Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we live, and let's continue our NBA Mount Rushmore by position series. Previously did point guard, shooting guard, small forwards, and power forwards, where I attempted to name the four best players in NBA history at each position. Previously did Mount Rushmore's NBA, NFL, MLB, and NHL by team, four best players in each team's franchise history. They're all in playlists, you could check them out. Well, today let's move on to the centers as a subjective list. Let me know in the comments who you would include in your centers Mount Rushmore. Definitely a challenging one because there was one guy I had such a hard time leaving off, but I'll name a bunch of honorable mentions at the end. He will be included as well. Players are named in alphabetical order by last name. They are not ranked. Let's get into it, starting with Kareem AbdulJabbar, formerly known as Lou Alcindor. AbdulJabbar played 20 seasons in the NBA and 1,560 career regular season games. AbdulJabbar averaged 24.6 points, 11.2 rebounds, 3.6 assists, 2.6 blocks, although blocks were not official stat his first four seasons, and shot 55.9% from the field. AbdulJabbar won 6 MVPs in the 1970-71, 71-72, 73-74, 75-76, 76-77, and 79-80 seasons. He also had MVP finishes a second, third twice, fourth four times, fifth twice, and 10th twice in his career. AbdulJabbar was named to 10 All-NBA first teams and 5 All-NBA second teams, was an All-Defensive first team member 5 times, and a All-Defensive second team member 6 times. AbdulJabbar won 6 championships in his career, 1 with the Bucks and 5 with the Lakers. In 2 of those he was named Finals MVP, was an All-Star in 19 of his 20 seasons in the NBA, has a bunch of bold ink on his basketball reference page, including leading the league in scoring twice, blocks 4 times, rebounds once, and field goal percentage once. Shot over 50% every season in his career except his last one at the age of 41 years old. AbdulJabbar averaged double-digit rebounding totals in each of his first 13 seasons in the NBA. He had over 3 blocks per game from 1973-74 until 1979-80, 7 straight seasons. Also was a very good postseason performer, 24.3 points, 10.5 rebounds, 2.4 blocks. For his career, AbdulJabbar is second all-time in scoring, 38,387, was the all-time leader until LeBron James passed him this prior season. Third all-time in rebounds, 17,440, 49th in assists, 5,660, and third in blocks, 3,189. Again, keep in mind the first 4 season blocks were not counted, or he would have more if that was the case. Kareem AbdulJabbar, first member of the center's Mount Rushmore. Next, let's go with the stilt, Wilt Chamberlain. Chamberlain played 14 seasons in the NBA in 1,045 games. Chamberlain posted averages 30.1 points, 22.9 rebounds, 4.4 assists, while shooting 54% from the field. Chamberlain was a 4-time MVP in 1959-60, 65-66, 66-67, 67-68. Also finished second in MVP voting twice, third once, fourth twice, fifth and seventh in his career. He was an All-NBA first-team member 7 times and a second-team member 3 times. He made 2 All-Defensive first teams, although All-Defensive didn't start till 1969, so most of his career they were not handing that out. Chamberlain won 2 NBA championships in his career, was named the Finals MVP in 1972 when he won the title with the Lakers, also won one with the 76ers. Man, what can you say? Nikola Jokic was doing some things we had never seen before, but often you'd see post stats where you would see Nikola Jokic first since Wilt Chamberlain. First since Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain's career ended half a century ago. Uh, just amazing numbers as he led the league in scoring 7 times, led the league in rebounding 11 times, and led the league in field goal percentage 9 times. Fortunately, blocks, steals were not official stats during his playing career. Would have been fun to see how many of those he had. He averaged an amazing 50.4 points in 1961-62 in 48 and a half minutes per game. Yes, there's only 48 minutes in a game, so he played every minute plus any overtime games. Incredible. Postseason averages 22 and a half points, 24 and a half rebounds, 4.2 assists. So down a little bit, but he did face Bill Russell a lot. Arguably the game's best defender of all time. Of course, he has his famous 100-point game, which hasn't been matched and may not be matched in my lifetime. All time, Chamberlain ranks 7th in points, 31,419, but second, just slightly behind Michael Jordan in points per game, 30.1. First in rebounds, 23,924. 81st in assists, 4,643. And 7th in triple-double, 78. Wilt Chamberlain, the second member of the Center's Mount Rushmore. Next, let's go with the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, first overall pick in 1992. Played 19 seasons in 1,207 career regular season games. Shaq post averages 23.7 points, 10.9 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 2.3 blocks while shooting 58.2% from the field. Surprisingly, Shaq only won 1 MVP in his career. Easily could have been more. That came in the 1999-2000 season. He also finished runner-up twice, third twice, fourth twice, fifth, sixth twice, 7th, 9th twice, and 12th in his career. Shaq was named to 8 All-NBA first teams, 2 All-NBA second teams, and 4 All-NBA third teams, and was an All-Defensive second team member 3 times in his career. The Diesel won 4 NBA titles, 3 with the Lakers, 1 with the Heat in his three-peat with the Lakers, which came from 2000 to 2002. In each of those series, he was named the Finals MVP. Shaq was a 2-time scoring champ and led the league in field goal percentage, an amazing 10 times in his career. Shaq averaged double digits in rebounding each of his first 13 seasons in the NBA. He averaged at least 20 points a game in each of his first 14 seasons in the NBA. Averaged at least 2 blocks per game in 12 of his first 13 seasons in the NBA. Shaq all time is 8th in points with 28,596, 15th in rebounds, 13,099, and 8th in blocks, 2,732. Shaquille O'Neal, the third member of the Center's Mount Rushmore, and let's end with Bill Russell, who unfortunately passed away at the age of 88 less than a year ago. Russell played 13 seasons in the NBA, 963 career regular season games, averages of 15.1 points, 22.5 rebounds, and 4.3 assists. Russell was named MVP in 5 different seasons in the NBA. Including 1957-58, 60-61, 60-62, 61, 62-63, and 64-65. He also finished runner-up twice, third twice, fourth twice, 7th in his career. Russell was an All-NBA first-team member 3 times and second-team 8 times. Again, wasn't around for the All-Defensive or Defensive Player of the Year for the entirety of his career. Basically did make 1 All-Defensive first team in his career, but man, he would have won a ton of Defensive Player of the Year awards if it was around. Amazingly, Russell won 11 NBA championships in 13 seasons. If Finals MVP was around, he would have a ton of those as well. But 5 times in his career, led the league in rebounding. Never was known as an elite scorer, but he did average at least 14 points a game in each of his first 9 seasons in the league. Again, you wish blocks and steals were a part of the NBA statistics back when he played, because I'm sure he had a bunch of those as well. Many know him as the best defensive player of all time. He's second all time in rebounds with 21,620. He's also first in defensive win shares at 133.6, 35th all time in triple doubles with 17. Bill Russell, historic figure, his number 6 has been retired by the NBA, the fourth member of the center's Mount Rushmore. So again, alphabetical order by last name. We have Kareem AbdulJabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Shaquille O'Neal, and Bill Russell. Man, it was hard for me to leave off the dream. Hakeem Olajuwon, I definitely have him fifth. The first guy off, unfortunately. But other honorable mentions include Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, George Mikan, Willis Reed, Bob McAdoo, Dwight Howard, Moses Malone, Anthony Davis, and Nikola Jokic. Let's see how far up Nikola Jokic moves up as his playing career continues. There you have it, my center's Mount Rushmore. Again, let me know in the comments who you would include in yours. Stay tuned for tomorrow when I look at the Mount Rushmore of NBA head coaches. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.